large company, and they had a conference up in a place called Norfolk, which is probably about 2 hours outside of London, and he was there for a couple of nights, and they were all coming back. Anyway, on the final night, instead of staying over at the hotel after the conference, he decided he wanted to travel back to be with my aunt. I don't think she was very well at the time. So, he left. Now, this is back just after the Hurricane 7 that Britain had, the only one we've ever had. Didn't get any storms, so things aren't quite built to last. A lot of the signposts have been blown down. So, inevitably, he did get a bit lost. Anyway, it was getting on to about 11 o'clock, and he felt as if he'd been driving around in circles for the past 2 hours. So, he stopped at a village and asked them if they could and they said, well, no, it's not really anywhere around here. I think it was a guy in one of the pubs, in the pub in the village, said that there was a woman who had a house about a mile from there, and she always, like, if there was anyone who was stuck for somewhere, she would always welcome them in. So they gave him directions and he went down. Anyway, he turned up outside these most enormous wrought iron gates, and looming right up, made of really dark black wrought iron, and they had 2 enormous lion's heads on the knocker. So he opened the gate to go a bit, a long gravelly path, and described it to me as pine trees going up all the way, as if they were almost touching the sky. And the path carried on, and it was gravelly, and it wound round a little bit until you came to this enormous, it seemed like a mansion in the middle of nowhere, and it lit up beautifully. So, and there were 2 lights on in the house, and you could hear a bit of noise, and the music on slowly. So he got out of the car, walked up the steps, right, and
it's going so fast.
A gentleman answered the door. It was a butler, I think, and he said, hello, can I? And he said, well, I'll explain the situation. He said, oh, come in. And the lady of the house, so he came in, and she came up to her, she said, oh, hello, and he explained the situation to her. And she said, that's more than what we've got, plenty of room in this house. She said, I've actually got a bit of a family get-together this evening, so you're more than welcome to join in. He said, look, thank you so much for your hospitality, but I've got to get up early. She said, I promised my wife I would be home. So she said, okay, and she got this gentleman, who must be a butler or something, to take him to his room. Anyway, he walked up this like massive flight of stairs, and then got along this long corridor, really long corridor, and then at the last door, and the door is super. The strange thing that happened to him when he got into it, there was such an atmosphere in there, and a horrible, scary atmosphere. So what he did, just one bed, a stool next to it, and on the other side was a and on the little side table was a little book. So he got undressed and got ready for bed. And he picked up the book, an old copy of the Bible. And he just opened the front cover, and he said, to Charlotte, my only daughter. Anyway, he closed it, and he's not that pretty.
Is it just going to be scary? I might have to jump out.
When he noticed the door handle, and he hadn't noticed this before, but what happened was, it was also a lion's head, and it was starting to turn ever so slowly. So he looked at it and he was watching it, and suddenly the door kind of slowly started to open, and there's this little girl there, in a long, silken, silvery nightdress, and she started to almost glide into the room, and he watched her, and he was absolutely mesmerised, and he couldn't bring himself to say anything at first, because he just felt speechless at this.
I can't watch it now.
At the very end of his day, and he just looked at her for a little while.
This is going to be a photo, look.
Hello, little girl.
What if nothing comes up? It must be a story.
And he said, hello, little girl. Once more, she said, hello. She went, I'm not a little girl. I'm a...
Is it gone? No.
I don't want to. How do you take it off? Who's that?